Hello, everybody, and welcome back. 2024 Oshkosh World Cup, round of 32. I'm Dolan, and I'll be joined by Maito for Finland versus Iceland.
Yep, this is, despite the seedings, probably one of the most anticipated matches of this entire weekend. Iceland, their very first Catch World Cup, the smallest population of a country to ever enter into this competition. This is going to be an awesome showing regardless of the outcome here between these two teams as we get into the rolls. And oh my god, Ash Ketchum has rolled a 99.
Baby, a 99 versus a one roll. Iceland has already dominated.
What is that?
It's over,
we're
right?
shell-shocked.
It's over. I'm just waiting for the referee to wave this off, right, Kay? I mean, that's over. It's game.
Yeah, that's crazy.
No, that's crazy. But of course, Finland are going to be banning Hidden too. That is a crazy result on a roll.
99. They made up the 100, and well, Iceland getting one of their. Maybe one of the only wins this match, possibly on that roll, because Finland is an absolutely incredible team, and despite Iceland actually not
interesting. I did not expect Finland to go for a Hidden 2 ban, and much less Nomad 1 to be left open. So Iceland going to go for the DT2 ban, and they will immediately pick Nomad 1 because it's left open. So Finland obviously confident in their Nomad 1 game, but typically that's not a strat that you see coming out of a wide sea gap.
Yep, I guess it does kind of make sense when you look at the qualifier results. Iceland, their low AR Hidden was what carried them through to this number 30 place. So I do kind of see Finland's reasoning in that Hidden 2 ban. And Noma 1, yeah, of course, does make sense. The consistency for this team, that's what the lower seeded teams usually try to go for, either mixed mod or no mod, where they can battle on more even terms with those higher seeds, either just because it's more of a consistent and easier map compared to the rest of the pool, or they have role players that can kind of step up and match the other team in a more fair battle compared to just a single mod where they might not have 3 players for that mod. So it'll be interesting to see what Iceland picks further on against Finland, but no one definitely makes sense.
It's just so fascinating to see a 3 seed not banning the Nomad 1, but actually banning the skill set of the number 30 seed. You just typically would not expect to see that because Finland also have really good hidden players. So it's pretty crazy to see that they're putting that much respect on Iceland's Hidden 2 game. Obviously, Ash Ketchum, a big part of that. Big part of this Icelandic roster. But it's going to be Nomad 1, the opening pick here out of Iceland. Bans are set, opening pick is in, and Iceland are officially in the World Cup.
Yep, here they go. Their very first point ever. This is a really exciting moment for Ash and the lads. It's great to see them in here, and let's see how they have practiced this pool up. We know that Finland are a super strong roster, of course, and simply just cannot underestimate them really at any stage of this tourney. But actually, Iceland's going to take the very first lead of the match after that miss from Tertori. So
yeah, that was almost like a technical issue there, or like a finger slip off the keyboard of some sort. But I mean, hey, if you're gonna have that happen, it's better to have it early in that first 200 combo. That way, it's not as damaging. But yeah, Iceland gonna be off to the better start here as we now get a second miss from Finland out of Leno. So advantage Iceland here by now about 20,000 points. 2 FCs on the side of Iceland, and basically 1.5 on the side of Finland here.
Oh, that FC is going. Those FCs are going to shrink in half. However, as now Burka finds a miss, and Ash is the only FC left in the entire lobby. I think actually maybe. Oh no, there's VD that still has that FC on the Finnish side as well. Both of those players holding the double S, and now Finland is back on to.
Oh, Theory going down now as well for Iceland.
Oh no! Yeah.
Going to extend the lead Burker going down once again, and now things are going to start to get pretty hairy for Iceland. 50,000 plus in favor of Finland, and Burker just cannot seem to get some rhythm here, nor can Kirui, and now the team aspect really starting to stack up here as we see some really good combos out of Finland right now.
Oh, yep, but just as you say that, Leno does find another drop. However, traded just too many times by those two weaker, at least compared to Ash, who is a phenomenal player, players on the side of Iceland in Kirui and Burka. And yeah, it's really not looking too good for them right now, despite that phenomenal start where they actually had a really nice advantage that was probably a bit unexpected. But the nerves, the Finnish players have their nerves under control now for sure, and they're running away with it completely. Probably going to be taking this first break point. I mean, I know there's a third of the map left to go, but it's already bloomed out massively past 160,000 points and growing even more.
Yeah, well, it's just impossible for your team to really accomplish anything when unfortunately just two of your players are struggling and missing, once every few hundred combo. And even though we do get a miss from Totori on the side of Finland, it's just not going to matter. As you said, that score gap is just at 250,000 points now, and it's going to take a colossal meltdown on the side of Finland for Iceland to have a chance on this one.
Yep, Ash still holding strong, but matched completely evenly by VT. And despite that miss from Leno again, and actually all of the players on the side of Finland have missed, but
yeah,
they're traded right away by Iceland, who fall even more times than simply just a single one miss. VT misses again, but the lead is barely shrinking for Finland here, and they're going to close it out with a monstrous lead.
Yeah, the point is definitely decided and was a long time ago, but it is going to be Ash Ketchum taking home the MVP for Iceland in their debut point here in the World Cup. It'll be a decisive point for Finland, but a victory for Ash nonetheless. One droplet miss, so close to that double S.
Yep, what will be Finland's pick to consolidate that breakpoint now? It's going to be Nomod 3 coming in here from the Finnish side. And this is definitely going to be a tough one for Iceland. I feel like this is the Nomod gimmick map that will pose quite a few problems for them, I think. Finland definitely picking this one simply for the skill gap here, I reckon. Of course, Ash is probably going to put on another good performance, I would imagine, just like Nomod 1. But yeah, Nomod 3 is a lot more technically difficult, a lot more control of your platter needed in order to have a good score here. So going to be a great pick for Finland here. I think they will be in with a very good chance to consolidate that breakpoint.
Yeah, as you said, playing the team game, they can definitely field a competent roster. This Finland, kind of known for having players that are just good on these awkward maps. And that's what you got here in this Nomod 3 pick. We've seen it a few times already this weekend. Stripped quite a few players up.
Yeah, I mean, some really strong teams have actually found some difficulty with this as well. Maybe nerves playing a part there as well, but yeah, I think this will be a very nice, strong fielded team here for Finland. Kaguya coming in place of, I think that was
Totori.
actually Totori. That's right. Yeah. Thank you. So, going to be Kaguya's first appearance. Another really strong player, and yeah, the Iceland roster maintaining the exact same, which is not too surprising.
Yeah, being as Iceland only have 4 players more on the bench, and there's 2 early misses here on the side of Finland. Again, they're very early, so they're not going to be that consequential. We do see one traded from Burker.
Going to be another one from Burker, and now that early lead. I mean, Iceland has taken the lead out of the first 2 points here in the early stages, which at least is something that they can hold on to against such a strong opposition in Finland here. But now they are just taking stage and taking the front very, very comfortably as Berker keeps on struggling with these tough patterns that really just show no mercy whatsoever. Leno and Kaguya still holding to their FCs. Viti with a nice combo, and actually Kirui not doing too bad of a job either. Never mind, I cursed it. Oh boy.
Welcome to the World Cup, Iceland. There's your first curse.
Yep, I'm sorry that I had to do it. I didn't mean it, I swear.
Well, you know, Iceland probably realistically are going to be playing mainly for the opportunities where they have a chance to pick. Because that's obviously going to be when they have the best chance to get a point on maps that they feel the most confident in. And this No Mod 3 pick, as you said, it's just, you can see it's just so technically demanding here. And Berker and Kirui trying their best, but it is a team sport here in the World Cup, and Finland looking absolutely locked in right now and showcasing why they are the 3rd seed.
Yep, absolutely. They are one of the scariest teams this year, and yeah, putting it on full display for everyone to see right now, showing no mercy to Iceland, who those two players in Kirui and Berker just really not having the best time. Although
once again, Ash Ketchum steals MVP. This time gets the double S. So, I mean, realistically, you know, the scoreline may be 2-0 Finland, but I mean, in reality, it's Ash 2, Finland 0.
Yeah, absolutely. Ash is doing phenomenally here. He's a great player. I mean, as a lot of people in the catch community know, he's a top player. He's really strong, and he's doing his best to hold his Iceland boys on the straight and narrow for this one, but of course, No Mod 3 not going to be. And it's Mixed Mod 2. Yep, I was just talking about Mixed Mod probably being their next best bet. Well, I guess not just, but before, kind of for these lower seeded teams, Mixed Mod is one where they can field all of their best players in the mod, in those mod categories. And it's going to be interesting to see who plays what. I would imagine Ash will opt for Hard Rock here. And I'm not sure who's going to go for the hidden and the no mod, to be honest. This is a more hidden demanding map. So I'll be interested to see who goes for those.
Also interesting to see if we get a substitution on the side of Iceland, because they do have a 4th player, 1 player on the bench. You never know what they could be practicing. Could be in preparation for this pick, but no, we're going to get no substitutions. Players are just going to slap on the mods, and they're going to drop right into it. So on Hard Rock, it's going to be Kaguya versus Ash Ketchum. On Hidden, it will be Viti versus Kirui, and Berker against Leno on the no mods.
Yep, unfortunately they're not quite lined up here. Our apologies, but we can make do. You all can see who is on each mod, and that is good enough for now. And no misses early out of the gate here. All teams holding on strong in the beginning of this map. Definitely looking out for misses, probably more on the Hidden and Hard Rock side. This is really just... I mean, Mixed Mod usually is one where No Mod just has to hold strong and be consistent, and it's really more of a mod test. But Kirui doing well to match Viti, who is a really strong player, so good to see a really close point so far as well.
So far so good, and let's a reminder for any of the newer viewers that the only mod that actually gives a bonus in Score v2 is Hard Rock. Hidden does not provide a score bonus. And Viti is going to go down and be the first miss, so the advantage is with Iceland right now. 5 FCs in the lobby. And so far, everybody looks comfortable.
Yep, another lead for Iceland. They've taken the first lead out of every single point so far, and they're doing it yet again at the halfway point of this map. Oh, Berker finds the first drop, and that is going to be a massive seesaw in the other direction to Finland now, as Viti makes up that miss and is holding the combo.
That second miss, though. That second miss from Berker is going to swing it. And now Kirui also going down, advantage Finland, but Iceland have been in the mix on every single one of these picks, as you mentioned. At some point, they've held the lead. And
This
those
one
players on
probably
Hard
their
Rock
best
looking
showing.
good.
Yeah, this is probably their best showing so far, to be honest. Iceland, I mean, they've kept it competitive with Finland all the way until the halfway point of the map, where just a few misses from Kirui and Burka spelled complete disaster. I mean, that is a pretty healthy lead now for Finland. They're probably going to be taking this one without too many troubles now.
Yeah, it would take, a triple miss here at the end from Finland to swing things back. I mean, Iceland are there, but there's just not enough time, and Finland are rocking some pretty serious combos. So, unfortunate. This definitely was their best showing. Kirui and Burke are going to go down right at the end, but the score margin will be underneath 6 digits for the first time.
Yep, that is a positive. You got to take the positives as a pretty low-seeded team against one of the strongest in the competition. And that is definitely a nice competitive result for Iceland here against Finland. And, well, it's back to the drawing board now for Finland for the next pick.
You love to see that out of the team captain from Iceland in the chat. Very proud of the team score. Let's highlight that real quick from Iceland. That's a nice team score for being the 30th seed. It's just unfortunate that Finland were on their game very much so.
That is actually very impressive from Iceland, honestly. I guess I didn't really give credit to how good of a team score that truly is on Mixmod 2. That is very impressive. Might have been able to honestly beat out some of the teams on Mixmod 2 that I've seen that I can recall. So well done to them, of course. And going to be DT3 here from Finland, the next pick to take themselves to match point now against Iceland. This Nordic battle has only gone one way so far, and it's been all for the Finnish players here. But let's see what DT3 can do for Iceland. I feel like they might not have the greatest time on this one compared to that last point, but only time will tell. We never know what they've been practicing.
And, that team score on that last point there for Iceland is not the worst of the weekend.
Okay.
By a fair margin. It beats several teams, actually. And someone in the chat even pointed out it beats France's score by nearly 100k.
That's what I thought. Like, they're actually... They popped off on that, for real. They really did well there. I'm proud of them. I'm proud of them. And, here's...
Definitely the highlight so far for Iceland, but the good news is they will get at least one more pick in this match. But first, they have to play DT3.
Yep, the dense double time here. Honestly, I feel like this might be the best double time for Iceland, actually. It flows really well with a lot of streams, which I feel like they might be able to catch quite a big combo on, honestly. It's really just kind of the reading and density aspect that might catch them a bit. One wrong movement can lead to a myriad of misses, so let's see how the players get on here.
Early miss from Burker and Kirui, so it'll be a slight advantage for Finland here.
You can just see that they can't quite keep up with the map very well here. But, just misses after misses. It's not looking good for Iceland already. It's the first point. Important to note that they have not taken the early lead, and it's going to be a blowout score already from Finland. I mean, look how far that is racing up. Ash can only do so much with his FC. I mean, this might be the biggest margin of the entire match so far.
Well, they had to have a weakness, and Finland was throwing darts across the mod brackets until they found a critical flaw, and I think they have struck home here with double time 3, and Ash will finally go down, and that will be the last FC for Iceland off the board. Finland looking solid, only Kaguya finding a miss.
Yep, another one from Kaguya there, but I mean, it really has no impact on this whatsoever. That miss from Lena as well Any misses from the Finnish side from this point have probably been traded over 10 times on the side of Iceland, and Kirui does finally get some nice combo, but it's all in vain as Finland are running away with maybe one of the largest score margins that we've seen in any of the matches so far. Ash also going to be, I think, this is the first point where he hasn't FC'd as well. It's just all going a bit wrong there for Iceland, but regardless, doing okay for their strength, and a very impressive showing from Finland, of course.
So match point, and Iceland are going to immediately throw out their next pick, and it will be Nomad 2. So we'll see. They should be more competitive on this, as we would anticipate, given that it is their pick.
Yep, this is a really consistently difficult map all the way through. It's honestly really not too bad. I think that kind of density aspect and the double time movement for Iceland was really what struck them hard and allowed Finland to just completely blow them out. It's going to be a much nicer map for the Iceland players here, and I honestly do think this is their best bet. I'm not sure how Mixed Mod 1 would have gone. Clearly not feeling as confident on that map as this, which is kind of interesting. I honestly would have expected them more to go for Mixed Mod 1 than No Mod 2, but here we are.
Wondering if we're going to see a timeout called too as well, potentially. You just never know how the Icelandic players are feeling right now after having to play double time, which was clearly their weakness. Yep. But no, they just want to hop right in to No Mod 2. Respectable.
Yep,
They're
just want to get this.
Feeling it.
Want to get it over and done with. Whatever the result is, will this be the final point of the match, or can Iceland pull something crazy out of the bag and actually get a point against Finland? It is their pick. I wouldn't say in terms of this map it is their best chance to take a point. I feel like that kind of has come and gone with Mixed Mod 2, but let's see how the Iceland team is going to do on No Mod 2.
It's hard to think of to say that, the different variations of that country.
I know. I was like Icelandic.
We're having to learn on the fly here. It'll be an opening miss from Kirui, and that will be a slight advantage to Finland. Oh, Yurdi will trade as Kirui goes down again, but Berker also dropping in that flurry of trades.
Yep, misses all over the place across the board right now, but again, the density of misses keeps on falling on the Icelandic side right now. Ash, of course, doing his best, yes, yet again with a double S right now, but it's matched 2 times over by Leno and VT, and despite that miss from Yurdi, it is just not enough for Iceland, and they can see it during this halfway break. They know that they are pretty far behind right now and have a lot of work to do if they want any chance of bringing this back and preventing the sweep, but it almost looks like all hope is lost as Finland just looks so confident and strong right now. Still 2 FCs going, and Yurti with a really nice combo. It's going to be very difficult for Iceland to make this one up.
Yeah, last chance for Iceland is pretty much coming up. They're going to need basically a double or triple miss right now coming into the final quarter to essentially even have a chance at a comeback, because they're going to have to maintain combos, which they all have combos at the moment, but Finland is looking good. And there's a double miss, and that will seal it right there. Unfortunate.
Yep, that's going to do it. Finland running away with another very strong showing. 2 FCs from Leno and VT, and only a single miss, I think, coming down from Yurdi there. And it is over in the winner's bracket for Iceland. They are not out of the tournament just yet. Of course, they drop down into the losers, and Finland as everyone has expected, jumps into the winners bracket round of 16.
And they do it in pretty emphatic style with 2 double S's on the board to close it out. Finland, your winners, advancing to the round of 16, as you stated.
Yep, it's going to be... they're a scary team this year, Finland. I just have to say, I mean, whoever is facing them next, I'm not too sure. I'd have to look at the challenge to see who it's actually going to be. I think... let me just give it a look. It's going to be Australia. That's right. Yeah, that's right. I remember now. So the Aussie boys have a lot of work to do to play against this Finnish team right now, and Iceland going to be dropping down and facing against Sweden.
Yeah, so that's so interesting for Iceland that potentially, you know, in their first 2 World Cup matches, they're going to be playing against Nordic countries themselves.
Yep, they're best friends in the community.
Fate has a funny way sometimes. But a really good showing for Iceland, despite, you know, the scoreline. They put up a really nice overall team score on that No Mod 3. That would have bested a few other teams in the tournament. Just unfortunate for them that their opponent was Finland, who was at full strength and on top of their game today. So we're going to be taking a little break. We're going to be doing a little caster swap. Yep. And then we're going to be bringing you Argentina versus Denmark coming up next. It'll be Sartin and Toph Daddy who'll be getting you through that one. But Maito, it's been a pleasure as always. Anything you want to say to our lovely viewers?
Well, thank you all very much for watching, and thank you, Doland, for giving me the last say here, which I want to present everyone with another banner shield, of course. Go support your favorite countries. Get your banners on your profile. They look so awesome. I mean, you're just a cooler person if you have a banner on your profile, to be honest. So make sure you go and do that. And that's about it for us, I think. Yeah, gonna hand over to Sartan and Toph.